I think they save up their mid lane pick for later. They need to see the gold laner of ONIC get picked up first. I think just go ahead and pick up your mid... Oh wait, not mid laner. Excuse me, gold laner. There you go. Clint is the pickup for Falcons. They need a little bit more range. So it makes sense why they ban out the Sora and the Ruby. You get the Glue and the Esmeralda together in the front line. Of course, Herrera always puts herself in the front line. That's just the nature of the assassin hero. And you need something in the back. Now, the mid lane pick of Falcons will either be something static with a strong box, such as an Eve, or some really great crowd control to help out the Clint, like the Lo Yi or the Vexana.
We have been seeing Falcons enjoy picking up that Pharsa. Could be another one.
Yes.
Very something similar range. They've opted out of the two big, backline mages with the Eve or the Pharsa. They have opted for the Pharsa sometimes, the burst damage that it supplies. They could use Shred, though, with the Eve. I think because they already have so much burst on their side, could definitely be the option. The Granger gets locked in from the side of ONIC. We saw how well Kelra was able to play that before. Another hero that other teams aren't using, but Kelra is making it a monster.
Yeah, again, perfect pairing with the Marcel, and I think this is time. You mentioned Pharsa, that would be great. Lo Yi wouldn't be that bad either, but if you're looking at comforts, I think I'm going to have to double down on what you said, Trex. The Pharsa looks good here.
Lo Yi, I was thinking it. The only risk is the Harley against it, but against with their lineup, Jushin's still open. Jushin's still open.
I thought they'd want to get more long-range burst and poke, but they're doubling down on crowd control in the center of the map. That's interesting.
Crowd control has been key in this meta. It's been the thing that has been a menace to so many teams. This is a crowd-controlled meta at its core.
Well, there was a lot of bans targeting the EXP lane, and we have a chance now to see Phoveus let through, and that'll be interesting. Can he do enough on the ONIC? We know how the Marcel has been dominant early, has lost a couple times late, but this is ONIC and Team Falcons PH, their last chance to make their final statement before M8. It all comes down to this, $100,000 on the line for this third place match, but more so than that, the pride of the Philippines and Indonesia, expectation versus reality. Let's kick off our finals day here for MSC and send it over to our casters, Naisu and Leo.
After many matches and almost 2 weeks that lead us to this point, it's a third place match, a battle of pride, but also a whopping $100,000 between third and fourth place finishes here. We'll find out who gets the victory. It's me, Naisu, Leo, bringing this best of 5. And later on, the grand final is going to be amazing too, but this one is a rematch, Leo, all the way back from M5.
That was almost 3 years ago where they took it all the way to 7 games. Here tonight, they might be able to take it all the way to 5 games. We're expecting a slobber knocker between these former champions of their respective regions. Flap here gets caught out, flickering through. Haji with the flare looking for the choke down. Lifts up Keyboy and puts him down just as quickly. Kyle with the steal. Oh my lord, a minute in. Attempted Grand Theft Purple. Can Kyrie stop him? Oh, he does.
He got it. All right, Kyrie secured it. Kyle's going to be able to get away here. It was interesting too in the draft because if I remember correctly, yesterday it was multiple times. Oh, hold on. All right, flicker burn. Keyboy should be, yeah, he's fine. He's on the Marcel. He's got enough mobility, but they went with this first pick, Marcel, who's kind of slipped through some of the drafts. He's been either banned out or teams have gone and picked him up. But it was ONIC that picked up the Herrera multiple times throughout yesterday's match.
Speaking of the Herrera, Kyle here put down a quarter of his health. Ogwin stopping the backup from coming through. It's not just ONIC who has this identity that they're forcing through from yesterday's bouts. Even Falcons, you see them play the Esmeralda once again, the glue in Ogwin's hands that, 2 games in a row dismantled Yangon Galacticos' Yangon Yam, or the Burmese Ube. And then they still have Haji on the very high prio Zushin, who in the hands of Kaiser yesterday was the finisher. He was the MVP for sure of game number 5. We see here Haji in trouble. Crimson flare back, and that's one major tool out for this turtle.
Yeah. They want to fight for this first objective here. Some tools already used. Sans has his own beacon that he can play into. So they've got control around this turtle. I'm not sure if Falcons really wants to do too much. Kyle's trying to get his purple buff, but they may be forced into a fight here.
Oh, Kyle secures his own purple. But then again, the retribution was short. Kyrie secures. Now Ogun flickers back. No harm, no foul. No casualties just yet, but ONIC gets the big one.
Yeah, they get the objective. Looks like taking a little break here before this. Again, no first blood given just yet. And this is kind of the nature, man, of the compositions that we've seen, throughout MSC. It's like this push and pull factor. And a lot of that has been because of where the jungle meta is and it's fallen into. I mean, we heard Kyle share some of his thoughts leading into this matchup, exactly how he feels about the jungle meta.
I'd say that's partially true, but half of that truth, to make a better picture, is it's just these till turtle spawns lower quarter, not much of a distance. Flap and Lutpi have to go through. And if I'm reading the map correctly, I think Kyle might try to go ahead and play their side of the map a little more, since that first attempt at Grant the Purple kind of cost them.
Yeah, it didn't happen, right? But I feel like, too, when you just have the Harara, you're kind of allowed to do that. She's just got so many ways to move across the map and kind of avoid things, It's like you're kind of self-reliant in yourself, although the most successful Harara gameplays that we've seen is because of your team being able to support that, right? So there's this kind of case where Harley probably does that. Oh, wow. Okay, he's burning the flicker. So he's got that, but Harley essentially does the same thing. You're pretty self-sufficient to be able to move around the map. You don't have to rely too much on your team until, obviously you get to that mid or late game.
Yep, they have their stats skewed to one side slightly more on a spectrum of junglers between mobility and, single-handed burst damage. Haji and Ogwin holding down the fort, stopping the rest of ONIC from actually crossing over. So both teams respecting their boundaries, their jurisdiction when it comes to stealing away and taking out resources from the other. About 20 seconds until the turtle spawns, lower quarter. This is as safe as it gets. Again, not more than a 500 gold swing either way.
Yeah, Leo, this is about as safe as it gets. It's like you're playing, there's your side of the map, here's the line. We're drawing it, we're going to stay on this side, you guys stay on that side. I mean, imagine, 4.5 minutes in, no kills, no first bloods. Just that turtle is what they're fighting for. This one definitely looks like it's going to be resulting into at least this 4v4 as both gold laners still up on that top side of the map. Fighting for the second turtle. Lutpi's going to jump in here.
Uh-oh, Keyboy running through. Haji bursted down, forced the Crimson Flare back, and Suns helped Kyrie score the kill via the deadly magics. Now Lutpi jumping up. Ogwin finds them out. In comes Kelra. Warning shots. Finds another kill on Ogwin after a golden hour. Revitalize, making sure that the rest of ONIC are topped up, and in comes Lutpi. Finding a couple more. Down goes Kyle, down goes Flap, and that's all she wrote. Unless Marco wants more flying clouds. In come Haji. Looking for that choke up. Sans will be able to save himself. In comes Keyboy. The jump back at the flicker will not save Marco. Wanton mayhem on Falcons' side of the map, resulting in 6 free kills plus the turtle for ONIC.
They just got a whole lot, man. We were just talking about how nothing had happened in those first, few minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden, boom. Look at this, 3,000 lead, you got 6 kills plus a turtle.
Joseph, a whole lot is an understatement. That was a metric ton of advantage that ONIC have scored in that minute-long sequence. Again, one more look. Maybe the fact that they got the mount was the sign of, okay, maybe we should try.
Yeah, I mean, again, even fighting in between the two turrets here, I thought Falcons would be a little safe. But
that should have been.
Yeah.
That should have been, but no. The fact that there was a revitalize, and sure, despite the crowd control being sound for Falcons to an extent, it was still ONIC who was declaring and dictating where the fight happens. So now they're up 3,000 gold. Kelra can move around where he wants. And all right, say what you will about the Hirara and the Esmeralda kind of going where they want to. Uh-oh, they find Kyle once more, and there's no way Kyle survives this. Lutpi scores. And another mount. This should be a clear sign. The first time around, it did not work out.
Yeah.
Falcons should back off.
And I mean, even on this, golden hour used.
Uh-oh. Ogwin just chopped down to a little stomp as they force Patrick Star to take a dirt nap. Lutpi gets knocked up, but again, there's no damage between Flap and Haji here. Falcons once again lose 2 for free.
I mean, what do you do? Oh, Kyrie. Oh, he stops him.
He does, but the damage is real. Kyrie finds another. But there is a trade-off. Down goes Sans in mid. Haji traded out for Keyboy. What is he rocking? These enhanced basic attacks on the Marcel are doing work.
What is going on here for Falcons? I feel like across the map, it feels like ONIC is everywhere. And at this point, that's what they can do, man. Just continue to build this lead. 5,000 up ahead. The next turtle, last one, is coming up here. But look at this, Kyle. No breathing room.
That's it. We've seen Hirara survive a Deadly Magics through a sequence of spell vamps and iframes, but not like that. Not in a moment of, I don't know, savage vulnerability, because that's what it feels like, Joseph. About 2 to 3 minutes worth of that gung-ho intent that they had against Yangon Galacticos last night.
This feels like ONIC time, like in game 1. I mean,
for sure.
You know, this is going to be the next turtle that they get 3 for 3 there. You saw the difference for gold in the gold lane, man. 2,000, I think it was, for Kelra. I'm wondering, too, if he already had the Sky Piercer. I'm not sure if we saw that. If we can take a look at the items here to see where the gold lane is falling in. Yeah, so he's got the Sky Piercer. I'm not sure exactly when he picked it up, though.
Minimum 2 stacks.
Minimum 2 stacks. Malefic Roar already. I mean, think about it, man. You got a Malefic Roar, Hunter Strike, and Sky Piercer already at that 8-minute mark. That's why, you know, all they have to do is lay down Keyboy's golden hour. Here's some Rhapsody shots. There's the stacks. He got 4 stacks.
There you go. I counted minimum, so I'm like, all right, apparently he built it before the whole shebang went down.
Hey, man, if you could just line up Rhapsody shots and then guarantee them to hit after the golden hour is done, like, what else can you do, you know?
Looking for more. They burst out Flap, force him to back off. Flicker spent. Again, better Flickerless than dead. They will lose this tier 2, though, before the 9-minute mark. So already I think that ship has flown. That boat has sailed. They can no longer play it clean and safe. Golden hour. Putting Ogun right where they want him. Another stack for Dwayne.
That's got to feel bad. And look, there's more. It's for Marco.
Oh! The KK connection is online, baby. They're up almost 9,000 gold.
Oh, Daniel, I hate to say it, man, but this might be one of the cases where Falcons just go next, you know? It just does not seem right. I don't know if it was the fact they're on Flying Clouds and they just haven't won a Flying Cloud map, but this might end.
I mean, they have a wave coming through. Falcons can clear, and I'm glad to say go next might not be the next thing in the to-do list, because I think Falcons can still clean up, all right? Falcons can still kind of tighten up the belt and say we'll play cleaner, but it's going to take so much. It's going to involve ONIC saying maybe we stop.
I'm worried, you know. Change the belt, change the cowboy hat, because right now, Super Marco, yeah, he's got to get a new horse. You know, because right now he just showed up to this rodeo without one, and that's unfortunate. He's 0-3. He's so far behind Kelra. And so what do? You know, this Lord is just going to easily go over to ONIC. They ballooned up the lead to 10,000 plus up to this point. They already took out the top base turret. Oh, look at this. The damage.
Even underneath tier 3, they take 2 for free. Kelra is close to maxing out, man. He's 1 away. Building that BOD. They pop the holy shield.
Oh, no,
and even Marco! So close to the base! Gets taken down!
That's not very yeehaw.
Not at all, partner!
Oh, man, it looks like it could end here. Leo, Flap, and Kyle still alive. They got a wave pushing in bot every single lane. Lord is just now spawning. Is ONIC looking to end?
Kyle, of course, use the iframe early. Couple of dashes back. Loot P in the heat of it. Flap eats a face full of deadly magics. Down goes Ogwin. Next up is the base. ONIC one more. Kelra max out on stats. Gets another just for good measure. ONIC take game 1.
ONIC will just pad the stats in game 1. That's exactly what they were doing there at the end. They knew they had it in the bag. A dominant win in this game 1 against Falcons, man. You know, and again, you look at just the way they played. It was executed well. ONIC made it happen.
But as all of the armchair analysts and online pundits will say, I think